missed over in the Copa America as Brazil edged past a fighting Chile. And of course, it's a ta-ta for now for Big Bad Boy Brereton. We'll talk about that and more next. That's right, folks, back once again with another match review. Looking back at the old Copa America quarterfinal, it was, of course, the feast. It was Brazil, it was Chile, La Roca, but unfortunately Chile are done. Of course, we'll talk all about that in a minute. A big shout out to the VIPs, and of course, if you are new, check out the links down below, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and of course, Patreon. And of course, if you are new and you're into the Chile, if you're into the Big Bad Boy Rovers, if you're into Blackburn Rovers, of course, Copa America, make sure you smash your subscribe. Of course, let's get into it then, shall we? 1-0, it was 1-0. Goodness gracious me, Brazil, and a couple of minutes of madness, or brilliance, maybe, depending on how you look at it. Yes, 1-0. Lucas Pauleta with the one and only goal in the 46th minute. And then Gabriel Jesus with what can only be seen at a dojo in the Olympics. A karate kick, that's right. An absolute horror tackle. And of course, off he goes. Goodness gracious me. And I thought, you know what, I was on the road for the most part of this game, but we did catch the back end of it. I thought once that red card was happened, Chile had the chance. They had the chance. But when I watched it, I was frustrated as a new La Roca fan. They don't bloody pass it forward. They always try to seek out matey boy. What's his name? Vidal. Just bloody hump it forward. Give Brereton something to chew on. It's miserable. I know I'm coming from a Brereton sort of angle or a Rovers sort of angle. It's frustrating. He's up there. He's the tallest man on the bloody field. Why aren't you using his height? Why aren't you using his height, for crying out loud? He's there to be used. Get his head on it. He's the tallest man in the whole bloody Brazil right now. He's 6 foot bloody 10. I don't know how tall he is, but bloody use his height. But you failed to do that. But you know what? It was always going to be pissing in the wind against Brazil. This was the tie you had to avoid, Chile. But unfortunately, you got it. They are the technical hosts. They are the champions. They're supposedly the best team on the planet, or supposedly the best team in South America. But they weren't today. I don't think they were. I think you had the chance, but you absolutely... Look at the stats. The stats don't lie. 59% possession for Chile, 41% for Brazil. We'll show you where that possession was in a second, of course. Take a look at some of that shots, or explain a little bit more about them shots. In fact, let's talk about the stats. 504 passes for Chile. Probably Vidal has like 90% of that. 437 were completed. That's 87% success rate. As for Brazil, 351 passes, 292 were completed. That's 83% success rate as well. The aerial duels were won by Chile. Of course they were, because they got Brereton and then you had to use him. 6-4 in the old corners. Shots though, 11 shots for Chile. 5 of them on target, 4 of them off target. 10 shots for Brazil, 5 on target, 2 off target. They were more clinical in that regard. Yeah, let's take a look at some of that shot grid then, shall we? Here is Brazil in the light blue. A couple of long-range zinger-dingers. Of course, number 7. Who was number 7? That was Rickarlson, long-range screamer there. And Paqueta with the one and only goal. From the bench, of course, made the change at the subs. Of course, Brereton wasn't a starter. He actually replaced Alexis Sanchez. We'll elaborate on that a little bit, which also frustrated me. That's another reason why I didn't bother doing it. I just had a gut feeling that they weren't going to start him. This was Chile's efforts here, of course, long-range efforts. Number 22 is Brereton. There he is, Zinger. Why? You know what? If he had played in 45 minutes or 90 minutes, he would have had more bloody efforts than that Zinger right there. On target as well. Goodness gracious me. It's just frustrating as a new. And I know, as a Chilean national, you're probably like, whatever, I don't want to play with that English guy. But he is the face of the place. He's the future of your country, of your nation. He's young, he's tall, he's different. And hopefully we will see more of him and as Chile edge closer to those World Cup qualifiers. And hopefully this isn't the last we see him in a La Roca shirt. I doubt it. He's been well received. This is the touch, or the heat map, should I say, for Brazil. A lot of blade of grass covered. A couple of pockets in midfield where they weren't really using the ball there. And again, a lot of defensive touches for Brazil. As for Chile, Chile were going this way, so I guess maybe a lot of attacking on the front foot perhaps for Chile. And again, the goalkeeper Bravo between the sticks, keeping himself very, very active. And again, predominantly coming down his left-hand side. As for the touch map, again, it's quite sporadic from Brazil. I felt that Chile did up their game in a way, but there wasn't enough, and they didn't use their resources correctly, or especially when you got a different sort of animal that is Brereton on the bench, with the height, with the difference maker, the legs, the strength. And I'm not saying he's a world beater or he's the best player in the world, but he's just something different. And if you don't play towards him, what's the point of having him? What's the point of having him if you're not going to bloody play to use his strengths? And I just think maybe the Chilean core have a bit of a I don't know, an selfish sort of bias about it, and they don't really want to feed the bloody Brereton. He can hold up play. Maybe you think it might be lost in translation. It might be, but regardless. Here is a Chile's touch map. Again, spread around a little bit quite nicely. And again, Vidal is a mastermind technician with the ball, but just bloody use your Brereton, will you? Here is the starting lineups. Edison did get the nod between the sticks. Thiago Silva, Marquinhos, Lodi and Danilo make up the back four. Casemiro, Fred, Gabriel Jesus with that red card. Rickalson also, Firmino and Neymar up top. 29 years old. He's getting on a little bit now, isn't he? As for Chile, Bravo between sticks. 38 now. Is this the last time we see him in a shirt? I think he's going to squeeze out another season to go to the World Cup. Vegas, Celialta, Gary Medel, Eguaro Mina as well, Marico Isla, Eric Pulga, Arturo Vidal, Anguarez, Vargas, Sanchez as well. It's quite an old squad. 31.4 it's probably one of the oldest I've seen. When you look at Vidal, 34, you look at Sanchez, 32, you look at bloody Bravo, 38, and Medel, 33. Isla, 33. A lot of these guys, you know what, what do you do? What do you do? There's a World Cup on the horizon. Do you stick with the old guard for another season and a bit, or do you just get rid and bloody go for the youth, the core? Let's take a look at the subs then here for Brazil. Militao coming on, Paqueta coming on and scored. Of course, Everton as well for that final few minutes. As for Chile, of course, Menezes, Palacios, Valencia, and Pedersen coming on. I think he came on at half time as well. So again, looking at the bench, there is not the greatest bit of talent on the bench. You got two or three guys less than 28 years of age that including Menezes, that could be a talent. I guess yeah, I'll just keep an eye on it and hope for the best that you get through to the World Cup itself and then make the call later. Anyway, let's take a look at the older match ratings then, shall we? Here it is, of course, coming at you with Edison with 8.1 between the sticks, keeping Brazil in it. Neymar with a 7.1, Richarlison with a 7.3, Gabriel Jesus with a 5.9, goodness gracious me, 7.2s at the back there with Casemiro, Danilo with 7.4. As for Chile, 7.3 for Vidal. Again, he has a lot of the touches, he basically dictated the play of this match. A lot of touches, 7.2 as well for Bravo. Down here is the timeline of events as well. But that is pretty much all I've got for you. So Brazil go through to take on Peru. That's right, bloody hell, that rhymes as well. As of course they repeat a group stage match, the opening group stage match for Peru anyway. So Brazil likely probably to go through to another final, but you never know, maybe, because Peru have been getting stronger, and of course they did get past Paraguay in the end. Later today we'll have the other side of the bracket here, Argentina taking on Ecuador, Uruguay against Colombia, and of course they will hope to, one of those four teams will hope to set up a banger in the final, when of course we get there, but they've got to get past the semi-finals before all that. But Brazil comfortably through, that's right, goodness gracious me. But Chile will go out, heads held high. The Breretonmania will have to be put on pause for the time being and hopefully resumed later in the year when of course the World Cup qualifiers come back into play. It is getting quite spicy in those World Cup qualifiers, and hopefully Chile can get through, because I invested $90 on this bad boy and hopefully I'll get to see it. They did wear this one, finally they did wear this one, which I think it is the better of the two. Why don't you wear it a bit more? But anyway, Viva la Roca, Viva la Bad Boy Brereton. If you are new, smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe. We will be covering Big Bad Boy Brereton over at Blackburn Rovers this coming summer, unless he gets some sort of crazy ass transfer, which I doubt it will happen. But make sure you smash the subscribe if you're a La Roca fan. Make sure you smash your thumbs up, hit the little bell so you don't miss a beat, and I'll give you a play-by-play of the watch-alongs for Blackburn Rovers for Brereton, and hopefully he is a key figure for us moving forward. But that is it. Give us the video some love, smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe. I'll see you soon for the next one, whenever that is. But until then, we are toast.